Hello Pisces and welcome to your July 2018 reading. My name is Camille and you are watching Millennial Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I wanted to say sorry that I did not make it here for June. There are just too many things going on in my head and in my life and in the world. I could not sit down and do a reading, and I would just rather wait and take a rest than give you guys a bad reading. But now I'm here. I'm back at full strength. Camera lighting is weird. So I don't know how to fix that. You know, I film here all the time. I don't know why it's acting like this, but you know what? Mercury is about to go in retrograde, so have at it, Mercury. But the message will come through all the same. Just enjoy the cozy lighting or sometimes the bright lighting. Oh, that's how you guys are mutable water. You guys understand me. You guys can go with the flow. So before I go into your reading, I wanted to just remind you that I am doing personal readings just for $10. Any question you want, 3-card spread. The videos end up being around 10 to 20 minutes, depending on the situation and depending on the messages coming through. So if you want to treat yourself or someone to that, please do so. I would be honored to guide you on this path that we are all walking. And without further ado, I'm going to get to your reading. 3-card spread, Rider-Waite Tarot deck, and see what's coming up for you this July 2018. I'm going to do it twice more. Okay. Wow. Look at you. Very strong message coming in. All sevens. 7, 7, 7s. So we have first here the 7 of Swords. Then we move to the 7 of Wands. Then we move to the 7 of Cups. So right here off the bat, I just have to, numerology and numbers and repeated patterns are a thing. So whatever 7 means to you, what does 7 mean to you? Is it your lucky number? Is it your unlucky number? Has 7 been coming up a lot for you in your life? I just want to put that out there for anyone who's noticing number patterns. You know, that's usually how the universe tries to speak with us, through numbers like 1111 or 777. So that's coming in there. The other thing that I want to highlight is that 7. When I think about 7 in the zodiac wheel, I think about the 7th house of other people and open enemies and working with others and interpersonal connections. So whatever that means for you, the 777 as well as the 7th house of your natal chart, I just want to put that into focus for you. And I'm going to clarify this entire reading before I get into this malarkey and see if we can get a crowning jewel for this. Yes, there she comes. 2 came out. The Strength card and the 5 of Cups. Okay, I'm going to put these 2 aside and I'm going to talk about these 7s first. So, coming into the reading, setting off the energies of what's happening here in the recent past for you is the 7 of Swords, and that is a card of deception. And paired here with the 7 of Wands, the very clear narrative here is having to fight, not literally, you know, it doesn't have to be a literal fight, but definitely dealing with duplicitous people. Someone you've been dealing with in your job, in your romance, in anything, just not being fully transparent. And then you having to fight and stand your ground. And this is kind of like a whack-a-mole card of one thing comes up and then you have to fight them. But the thing about the 7 of Swords is, 7 of Wands, is that, you know, the people who are fighting you are kind of like unknown assailants because we don't see their faces and all that. So it could be you just dealing with interesting energy of the people around you. I don't want to say it, but it occurs to me to say it, like gossip or, you know, just people not being impeccable with their word, and then you kind of take on this defensive attitude where you have to stand up for yourself. And it pairs nicely with the Seven of Swords, because the Seven of Swords speaks to the deception of stealing of ideas, intellectual property, stealing of dreams. It could be just like stealing your shine and your wind, all those things, because swords represent communication, they represent air sign, they represent technology. It could have a lot to do with contention happening online, on your Facebook, in the comment section. This is a big political time for a lot of people, and Pisces are hypersensitive to things that are wrong and unjust. So this could be a lot of you standing up for your ideologies and what's going on in the current political sphere, and having to talk with people about that or deal with people in that who don't agree with you, or standing up for others. It could also be you reflected in the lives of others, so you having to stand up not only for yourself but of others, and just deep contention with something not being right, something not being just, something not being said, something not being done, both in your personal life, in your work life, all that stuff, or just what's being reflected back to you in the world at large. And Pisces taking it extremely personally, taking it as, a coat of arms of, I have to fix this, and I have to remediate this, and I have to stand up for myself, and I have to do that and do this. And, the 7-7 coming in to corroborate, whatever that means for you. It's a strong energy here of that number. And then just this battling energy. So a lot of you are probably tired of doing it, tired of dealing with the constant negative news, or just tired of dealing with people in your life that are negative, and on the one hand wanting to fight, but then on the other hand kind of escaping and not knowing what it is you should do. Because then we see that here reflected in the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is a card of disillusionment. It's the card of Neptune. It's the card of you. It's the card of illusions and delusions. It's the card of losing yourself a little bit to substances, to wanting to escape, to wanting to not be an active participant anymore. That's a very Piscean thing to do, is to say the world is getting a little bit too hard, so I'm just going to check out for a little. The Seven of Cups also represents a lot of choices to be made, and not knowing exactly what choice it is, because we see you here silhouetted out. So it's kind of like even a detachment from self, like you don't even know what you're doing, you don't know what it is for you to do in the world. You're just completely perplexed and completely confused, fighting here, fighting there, around negative energy, around negative people, negative words, and negative circumstances. And on the one hand, trying to fight it, trying to do your little bit that you can do, but on the other hand, completely giving up, being passive, and retreating into yourself, and not knowing what to do in that way either. And the Seven of Cups is a card of confusion. So I did want to pull two cards came out. So I did want to pull a card because I don't want your July to just be like this. So what we pulled was the Five of Cups in conjunction with Strength. And I want to talk about the Five of Cups because for some of you, it could be a personal situation that is crowning this reading, of looking at the 3 spilled over cups and neglecting to realize what's going on with the 2 of Cups there. And the 2 of Cups in the tarot deck is representative of partnerships and equal give and take and all that stuff. So the 777, we think about the 7th house, we think about how that represents other people. So this is definitely a lot of Pisces dealing with relationships that are just not good, relationships that are not honest, relationships that aren't worthy of your attention. And then you looking at the 3 spilled over cups. A lot of you like looking at cups and having blacks on and being forlorn and turning your back on stuff. So that's a theme. And I wish it wasn't coming up so heavily, but it really is. But there are still 2 upstanding cups that you could be paying attention to. And the 5 of Cups always speaks to dwelling on the bad and neglecting to realize that there is still good in your life. And because it's the 2 of Cups, and 2 of Cups in the tarot represents, relationships and commerce and business and being on equal footing with other people, I do want to say that there is a person who is coming in either to help you weather this storm, or there's a person who is circling around you now who you're just not using as a resource. So this is about talking to friends, surrounding yourself with positive people, surrounding yourself with family and other human beings that just make you feel better, because we have that 2 of Cups there. It also represents that not all is lost. So Pisces, should this be a situation where You feel stuck. You don't know what to do. You feel like things were taken from you. You feel like you're fighting too hard. You feel like you don't even know what to do next. The 2 upstanding cups in the 5 of cups does show me that there is still something there. There is still something good that's either coming your way or that is in your immediate awareness, and you just have to become, aware of it and to see it and to choose to focus on that instead. For every bad thing happening out there and in our lives, 9 times, it could be 9 things out of 10. Let's assume like that life is 10 things and 9 of them are going wrong. There's still that one thing that you could be focusing on, that you could be nourishing, that you could be grateful for during this time. And then what's coming up beautifully to clarify the whole thing, because we have 777 and then here we have 8. So we are moving past this in the month of July. We have the Strength card, and Strength card is Major Arcana Leo. And so what I see is a complete reversal of sadness, a complete reversal of upsettedness, of disillusionment and confusion happening for you in the later part of this month, because that is when Leo season starts. So to be very simple with what this card could mean, Major Arcana Leo, things are looking up for you during Leo season. So give Cancer season all you got. Like water seasons for water signs usually can be good times, but Cancer season for Pisces could be a time where you're really trying to figure out your emotions and you really need to rest and you really need to take stock. So what I want you to do for the first half of this month is to be okay. We don't want to be in this place where we're just like wanting to make actions and wanting to take moves and not knowing what to do and paralyzing ourselves with choices. The 5 of Cups, as hard as it is to look at, Cancer season does want us to have like some type of inventory of our emotions. It's a very emotional sign. Water always has to deal with emotions. And Pisces could be the most reticent to do that because you guys are so mutable and you guys are here, you guys are there, you guys are, in and out and doing this and doing that, and you may forget to check in. So this is really a month where you need to take the first 2 weeks to really, really check in, to look within, especially because this is happening while more than 4 or 5 planets in the sky are going retrograde, which always represents energy turned inward. I want this month for you, Pisces, to be a time where you look within. The first 2 weeks, just finish off Cancer season strong. It might feel a little bit difficult, but this is going to be setting you up for a really great turn of events. And that turn of events is happening here at the end of the month when Leo does come in. And let's talk about what the Strength card means, independent of it being Leo, Major Arcana. The Strength card is a woman who has complete command of her surroundings, who is in complete harmony with her surroundings. And because she has that inward peace and that inward conviction and that inward harmony to be able to command not only herself but what is happening around her, she is able to tame a ferocious beast, which is the lion, which we look upon as being scary, and oh my god, I hope they don't come eat me. So all the problems you're dealing with, let's all personify them all with a lion, and walking into a lion's den and it being ferocious and potentially harmful. And then we have the Strength card coming in to say, once I get my internal compass right, once I take these first 2 weeks of Cancer season to really just be with myself and take inventory of what's going on and with my emotions, that is when we get to a point where life starts to fit together beautifully like a puzzle piece, and things that were in disarray over here or that were a little chaotic over here start to become more mellow and more smoothed out and more peaceful because we have become more peaceful. I also want to talk about the infinity sign and how that mirrors, do I have it here? Yes. And how that mirrors the infinity sign of the magician. And it's like the magician card commands things that are without and bringing things in, and the Strength card commands things within. And it's more of an internal function of the magician card. It's like being able to change your life by changing yourself. And the halo of the infinity sign really saying like it is possible, and that it's really like all things are possible, and that the possibilities are infinite and endless for where you could go after this. So I really see your healing coming in the second latter half of the month with Leo season rolling in, and really taking this time, Pisces, which a lot of signs are doing, to just really take care of what needs to be taken care of on the inside, and know that when you do that, it's not a waste of time. It's not like bad. It's not like you have to be active in the world all the time or be going after your dreams all the time. When you do that, that's when we clear the space for things to change around us, and we see it changing here. It also, the Strength card just reminds me to tell you to hold on, to be strong. That what you are going through now does have its purpose. It also is probably ending soon because we have this big month of eclipses and a lot of things happening in the sky that are bringing lightning strike change and big karma for a lot of people. So whatever the sadness you're going through, know that you're in its final chapters, it's in its final stages, and to just be strong through it, and that when you get through it, when you transmute whatever negative energy you have or that's going on around you through your Piscean waters, and you beautify it in that way, that's when we come out on the other side much stronger. But the relief here for you and the affirmation here for you is to take inventory of your emotions, to know that nothing is wasted, that no negative experience happens in vain, and to know that really your relief, that sigh of relief and all that is really coming at the middle of the month as we turn into Leo season around the 20th and the 16th, maybe even closer to the 14th and the 15th. So that is when you're getting your shift of perspective. That is when you're getting the shift when things that were once feeling heavy and light and negative turn into something that's way more positive, that's way more harmonious and way more peaceful. And then just speaking about how Leo is a childlike, creative type of sign that's always playing and in the sunshine and all these things. So if you're feeling dark and gloomy, like you're confused and you don't know what to do, just be in that time period. Just let it pass, let it flow through you. Let the lessons of Cancer season, of being emotionally mature and being an emotional warrior, really fortify you through these next few weeks. And know that what's coming out on the other side of that is sunny skies, is strength, is harmony, and is peace. So that is what I know for you, Pisces. Of course, if you need any more specifics for your personal life, then please do hit me up and reach out. Until then, know that everything's going to be okay, that we are closing the book on this troublesome phase of your life, because July is bringing huge karmic changes for so many people, including you. So just hold on, know that it's not a wasted experience, and know that the good times are coming just in a few weeks. All right? And I will see you here in August when those good times are here. See ya.